What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Now today we got our first bit of Sparking Zero today. I've been hearing some things that people have been saying the game is hard, so what I got for you guys today are 3 quick tips to get you a little bit better at Sparking Zero. Maybe get you at the casual level, just to get you guys in the door with it. Because this game does have some pretty out of this world mechanics, you know, with the death perception and the revenge counters and things like that. So I'm gonna give you guys 3 quick tips to get you good, get you at the casual level, and hopefully get you guys to enjoying the game a little bit more. And if this helped you out in any way, if you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment, let me know if it helped you out. Let me know what you guys think if you're enjoying the game. And yeah, let's jump right into it. Alright, so for tip number 1, what we're going to look into, we're going to actually look into the defense mechanic of the game. Now, defense is is very important. A lot of this stuff is very timing based. So what we have right now is called the perception. Now, you may have to go into training, get the timing down right, because this timing is pretty, I'm not even going to say pretty hard or pretty complicated. It should be pretty easy, but what you don't want to do for number 1 is you don't want to spam the death perception. So whenever the way I go for it, the way I learned kind of how to get the timing right is either while you're blocking when they're attacking you, don't spam it, because spamming it will still get you hit. You want to time it for whenever they're hitting you, depending on what the character is. I know Jiren's kind of fast, but when they're hitting you or the frame, you know they're going to go for the hit, I kind of throw it out, which just is going to be, I believe it is, depending on what console you play on, it's going to be block, press circle, or B. And they're going to go into this little animation like that. And that's what happens when you, I'm sorry, I don't know if anybody caught that, but when you spam it like that, they'll still get hit by it like that too. But if you can time it just right, which is, I say the timing is the frame that they go for the hit, that's when you're going to want to go for the death perception. So when you know that they're going to attack you, so if you're at like melee range and you know that they're going to go for a hit, that's when I time it. That's how I learned to get it down. And they'll go for a quick little knockback with that. Now, another thing with the death perception is, once again, as I said before, you don't want to spam it, but if you can get the timing, the frame on when they attack you, you'll be able to get it off and go for a knockback. And that'll lead to, like, if you want to go for like a super or something like that. So I say definitely practice that timing, because it's not something that's too hard. It's actually pretty doable, and it's going to be pretty important in the gameplay aspect of it. So if you're blocking and you know that they're still going to attack you, you can time it just on one of the frames and it'll start the little dodging animation. And I cannot stress this enough, do not spam the death perception. Now the next defense mechanic we're also going to look at is going to be the actual revenge counters, which you do need key for. I think you might need 1 bar, and I think it's RB and X or RB and Y. So we're going to look into that next as well. Now the next thing we're going to look at is going to be the revenge counters. Now revenge counters is another form of the defense that you're going to want to go for a lot whenever you're getting attacked. And revenge counters typically will just be like, I think you push the right analog stick up and press X at the same time, and you'll do a quick knockback, which you can follow up with a super or something. Now these, once again, this is a very important defense mechanic that you're going to want to use timing for, because again, this game is very timing heavy. Same thing with the perception move. Whenever you're getting hit in the frame that you know that they're going to punch you on, that's the frame that you would go for the perception. Same thing with the whatever that move is called. Honestly, I had a brain fart, but same thing with that. It's just going to be right analog stick up whenever you're getting hit, and you're going to have 1 bar of key, I think. And it's still going to be a timing-based move. All of this is going to be frame by frame, so that's why I want to give out the tip on actually to get the move activated. So whenever you're getting hit by anything, it'll just be up analog stick and X to get them off you. Anyways, back on the actual arena now. So the actual revenge counter itself is, once again, is kind of time and heavy. So the 2 defensive moves that I kind of noticed are very important when doing Sparking Zero are the super perception and the actual revenge counter, which is that right there. And it's just a get off me tool. Oops. Both of them are just really good get off me tools, and they're kind of basically the bread and butter of Sparking Zero. So you really want to work on that timing for both, because once again, once you see the frame that they're going to attack you, that's when you would go for the perception, which is just B technically. But if you're blocking, you just press B and they'll go into that little animation of this right here. And once again, I'm going to keep saying this, do not spam this move. You can still get hit if they stop it. If they see that you're going to keep spamming it, they can just stop the combo and I guess start up a new one, because it doesn't have much startup frames on it at all, actually. So you're gonna want to be very careful when going for either of those moves. Do not spam it, because work on the timing a little bit, because timing is very hefty. Same thing with the actual revenge counter, which is just the same thing where you just push the analog stick in. Sometimes it doesn't come out. I prefer the perception, but revenge counters are definitely very important. So those are definitely two defensive mechanics that you're gonna want to work on during the training and practice, and kind of work on your timing for that. And next, on the next one, what we're gonna look into is the actual combo aspect of it. And on the next tip, what we're going to take a look into now is the actual combos and follow-ups and how to do the actual strings in the game. Because I can tell for some people they have been having trouble with this. It can seem very mashy, just mashing one button and just getting a combo going, honestly. But with the amount of defense mechanics that's in the game, that wouldn't really be the smartest to do if you just want to at least get on the casual level. It's other combo routes that you can follow into, like going for knockback. So what I'd do is I'd press maybe like the punches 3 times and go for the heavy attack, and then do a dash. So it'd be like this. Not like that. Hold on. Let me retry and put him back in the center of the stage. Whenever you actually go for the combos, they'll do a small, I guess, knockback. You're gonna want to go for the little dash like this. So it's gonna be this, and you dash forward and continue the combo like that. That's gonna be one thing that you really mainly want to work on too if you want to get actual combo damage going. Most times I know it is easy just to mash like that and have them doing this, but with the amount of, once again, defense, you're gonna be falling for a lot of like the perception moves and revenge counters. So typically I'll just do this and then dash forward and continue the combo like that, and then do whatever you want to do. And for the most part, following up with super moves might be kind of hard. I wouldn't fully recommend doing it unless you get like a counter going that knocks them away. Then I would say you could go for a super, but overall, I say to actually get the good combo damage, mashing just one button probably wouldn't be the smartest thing. So my tip would just be to do the combo like that and then do the dash forward. Dash forward is simple. It's just the forward, the forward trigger and A at the same time, and they'll go for the dash. Back attacks also are going to be your best friend too. So the Dragon Dash Mahana, which is just RT like a charge, and then you double tap A and you will end up getting behind them. And back attacks typically will give you more of an opening, because sometimes they won't be able to turn around unless they have key to do the revenge counter. But that's where I would say you would go for your little dash up combo. So this, and then dash up to continue it, and you would do the knock up in the air, do something like that, and maybe follow up with the Kamehameha. Sometimes it'll connect, sometimes it won't. But combos overall in the game are very important. So simple combos would be the dash combo. You also got your heavy combo where you hold the button where you can get this off too. They have other stuff like where you can do like a trip, which is where you would throw like a YNY or key blast, but if you press X twice, or 2 or 3 times, they'll go for something like this, which is just a little knockback, and then you can vanish and follow up with it. Follow-ups typically come after knockbacks, which will be something like this, and then you can double tap. Oh, I didn't realize I killed him. I'm sorry. But then you can double tap behind him and fly like this. I think you get a knockback going, which will be, let me see if I can get it going. And you can just follow up like that and keep the combo going like that. So you want to do dash ups, simple things like that. Definitely want to go into training. That's what I also do recommend too. Go into training and work on these. So it'll be the standard combo like that. And then you can follow up with a little dash, holding your attack, which is just holding X after you do the follow-up, gives you a small bit of armor. So if they hit you, you won't get knocked back or anything. But standard combos would just look something like this, which is just a follow-up. And you do that, and you can dash forward and hit him like that, and it'll go for a knockback. Follow-ups would just be the same thing. You would just kind of mash like X and Y at the same time, and then he'll continue the combo like that. So combo routes in the game are kind of mashy, but if you want to, stick to the more casual, safe combos, and do something like that, continue it, get your knockback, continue it like that, and then do that, and you can finish it with a super move while they're flying away. All right, so for the last and final tip on how to at least get relatively casual good at Sparking Zero, is the overall core gameplay and the feel of it. Now, a lot of people will try to compare it to the old Dragon Ball games like Budokai Tenkaichi 3, some mechanics like that, which it does have that feel to it. But what I feel like a lot of people mainly struggle with is, of course, the defensive mechanics and the combos, which is what we kind of covered here. But a lot of the other things, such as like these 2 special moves where it says press up or to the side like that, which most people don't see how important that can be, and the overall just feel of it, because this game is very key heavy. Like, you have to have key to do a lot of things. A lot of the time the game is also, I think it's power scaling heavy, because a lot of characters are broken. Let's say use Jiren for an example. Jiren is a lot faster, so a lot of the times whenever you try to do your super perception, it's not really going to work. It's going to be a lot harder, which is why I don't suggest to spam it. But for the last tip, overall, I would say just work on the full feel of the game. Stay in training for a little bit. See what feels best for you. See how you can overall perfect like a good strategy for it as well. Super attacks, throwing out random supers, because I know supers can curve in this game. This game has immense tracking. Like, I can throw out a Kamehameha, and if you're moving, it's gonna follow you. So kind of just want to work on that also in the movement as well, because these side steps are very useful too. Like, if someone does drag and dash behind you, if you time it right, you can get a good little dash in and actually be able to counter them trying to attack you. Alright guys, with that last tip being said, that would be the end of the video. I hope this did help you out in some way, shape, or form. I know a lot of people have been saying this game is hard, though yes, it is fun, but it can be a little harder to pick up when you're playing, different platformer games like this, when you're playing a actual 3D move around game like this. And we haven't had a Budokai game in some years, so yeah, with the mechanics and how everything is, it can be a little harder to pick up, and I hope this did help you out in some way, just to make you get a little better, realize a couple good core mechanics of the game. And if it did, don't forget, of course, to leave a like, subscribe. We will be covering Sparking Zero a lot on here. I do have a couple good maybe series ideas that I want to kind of do, and overall just play and enjoy the game. So if it did help you out, if you do enjoy, leave a like, subscribe. Let me know how you feel about the game. Let me know if this did help you out, and yeah, I will catch you guys in the next video, and peace.